Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be getting ready, doing my makeup, getting all glam, but I'm also going to be talking to you guys about 5 things that you should know before getting into the bridal makeup business. I don't know, I thought I had to get ready anyway for work, so I have a trial and a spray tan, so I was like, I have to do my makeup anyway. Let me also make this like an educational video and talk about 5 things you should know before getting into the industry. There's a lot of things I wish I knew before getting into this industry. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love what I do so much, but these are just 5 things that I feel like you should know. I want to keep it real. I want to keep it honest with you guys. When I started off 8+ years ago, I feel like people weren't as transparent on social media. I feel like nowadays people literally share when they're going to the bathroom. Like, people don't hold anything back. And I kind of wish I had that when I started off. I wish people were a little bit more transparent. I think a lot of people make this industry seem just like so glamorous, and there's just like, that's all it is, and it's just fun. But like, just like every job, there's pros and cons. So I wanted to share 5 things that you should know before getting in this industry. So if you want to know what those are and you want to watch me get ready, then just keep watching. Okay, let's jump into it. If you want to know any of the products I am putting on my face, they will be listed in the description box, so check there, because I'm not going to really be explaining the products that I'm using, because we're going to be talking about the bridal makeup industry. So let's get started. So if you're new here, hi, my name is McKenna. I have been in the bridal makeup industry now for over 8 years. And I think I know enough to make this video. These are things that I wish I knew before getting into this industry. It wouldn't have changed my mind because I love what I do. But I just like to keep it real and keep it honest and keep it 100 with you guys, because I feel like our industry is very glamorized. Like, a lot of people make it seem like it's so glamorous, it's rainbows and butterflies, and it's just so fun and so amazing. But the reality is, as it is so fun and it is so amazing, but there are a lot of like hard aspects to what we do. And I feel like some people just really avoid that and don't talk about that. And if you go into this industry expecting one thing and get something else, like, that's when you burn out really quickly. It's easy to burn out as a bridal makeup and hairstylist. I'm only a makeup artist, but this applies to, you know, hairstylists as well. Before I get to the 5 things, I do want to just start off this video on like a positive note. I love what I do, and it is such an amazing industry, and the job in general can be extremely rewarding. You know, you get to be a part of one of the most special days of someone's life. Like, that is pretty freaking cool. And you get to be a part of, honestly, one of the most relaxing parts to the wedding day, the getting ready process. It's kind of the calm before the storm. You know, by the time you leave, that's when everything gets crazy and like chaotic. So you get to really experience such a special moment in someone's life. And you get to make someone feel beautiful. You know, I've had clients that look in the mirror and literally have to hold back tears because they've never felt so pretty before. And that's pretty cool that I get to be a part of that. I get to witness that, and I get to help someone see their beauty. You know, I get to bring that beauty out with makeup. I get to enhance it. So that is definitely one of the most positive things about the industry, and the thing I love the most is just the fact that I get to share these special moments with my clients on such special days in their life, and I will never ever get sick of that, you know. So, and overall, it's just a cool job. I mean, you're a makeup artist. Like, I feel like that is like a really cool job. But let's get into the 5 things you should know before getting into this industry. All right, so number 1, and some of these may seem like, yeah, duh, like they may seem like a given, But it's one of those things that like you don't truly think about or you don't truly realize until you're in it, and then you're like, oh wow, I didn't actually really think about this. Number one is be prepared to give up your weekends. I am at a point now where I'm pretty used to this. Like, I've been doing this now for 8 years. Like, I've gotten used to the fact that, you know, I work on the weekends. That's my busy time. Yes, I work during the week as well, which I'll get to that, but my weekends is my busy time. That's the time where my clients are getting married. And it can be a very hard adjustment in the beginning, giving up your weekends, because you got to be prepared to not be going out with friends, not staying out late, not drinking. You know, you got to be prepared to miss family events. I've missed so many events, especially like on my like fiance's family side. Like, there's been so many showers and even weddings that I've had to miss because I'm booked with a wedding, and it just sucks. That's the one thing that I really don't like. Like I said, I've gotten used to it, and like now, like my family knows that my busy time is the weekend. So like if my mom plans on doing something with my family, she'll literally plan it at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because she knows by then I'll be like either on my way home or almost home, or you know, home already from my wedding. So my family's used to it now. But yeah, I mean, you got to be prepared to give up your weekends. There's going to be some weekends where maybe you have 3 weddings. That literally means you wake up at the crack of dawn on a Saturday or on a Friday, go to the wedding, come home. Great, you're done by 2 o'clock, but now you have to clean all your stuff. But before you know it, it's 4 o'clock, and then it's like, then it hits you that you're tired. And you're like, oh my God. And then you got to do it all over again the next day, and then you got to do it all over again the next day. And before you know it, your weekend's done. So there's really no such thing as like going out, drinking, having fun, unless you really are like, you're setting yourself up for failure. Trust me, you are not going to want to go out drinking and then have to wake up at 5 o'clock for a wedding. It's just not going to be good, because weddings they're a lot in your body. They take a lot out of you, especially if you're doing, you know, let's say 6 girls. Like, you need energy. You need, you know, you need to fuel your body. So yeah, be prepared to give up your weekend. I know it sucks, but it's just part of it. And you know, there might be some weekends where you don't have to work. Maybe you're having a slow week. Sometimes I secretly like that, I'm not gonna lie. But I've also gotten really good at blocking some weekends off. Like, I will literally look ahead the whole year at my calendar, and I will block certain weekends off just to give myself time to hang with family, you know, do whatever I want to do. If I want to go out, if I want to, you know, go to the shore for the day, whatever. Like, there's certain weekends I will block off, and I highly recommend doing that for yourself, because before you know it, if you just let people book, your whole year is booked up, like literally every weekend. And it's like, well, this sucks, because now I have no weekends to like do what I want to do. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that, oh my God, I put a lot on here. Oh. I did not mean to put this much blush. Well, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna make it work. This is where the beauty blender comes in. Go over what you just did, because like all the leftover like concealer and foundation will help blend this out. Actually, that looks really nice. Number 2, you're actually gonna be working a lot more than you realize. And I don't mean you're gonna be doing makeup a lot more than you realize. You're gonna be doing a lot of computer work. I think some people go into this industry thinking, oh, you know, I'll book weddings on the weekends, I'll show up, I'll do my thing, I'll leave, and I'm done. No. No. If you are actually going to run your own business and not just freelance for someone, be prepared to do a lot of computer work. During the week, you will be going back and forth, corresponding to emails with brides, that you will be making up contracts, invoices, doing your own marketing, your own accounting. Like, there's so much. You hold every role in your business. You are the marketer, accountant, secretary, like, you do it all. So no, don't think you're just gonna show up. Actually, that blush ended up blending out so pretty. Don't think you're gonna be just showing up and like doing minimal work, doing the bride, and you know, then you're done, you know. Nope. There's a lot of emails, there's a lot of emails, there's a lot of contracts, there's a lot of back and forth, and you're going to be spending a lot of time on your computer. And a lot of that too is also marketing and working on your social media. That honestly, like, I'm not kidding, could be like a job in itself. Like the marketing and like social media aspect of running a business, especially a bridal business, because like your social media for your bridal business is everything. It is so much work. So be prepared to spend a lot of time on your phone or on your computer. I like to work off my computer. Some people work off their phone, but I need like a big screen. That is definitely a huge part of the success of your business, is making sure that you're doing the behind the scenes work. And there's a lot of it that goes into your business. So yeah, don't just think you're just gonna show up and it's gonna be like so easy and you're just gonna do makeup and that's that. No, girl, you are gonna be doing a lot of computer work and just work in general that, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. It adds up. I feel like sometimes there's weeks where I'm working all the time. Even though I may not physically be doing brides all the time or trials all the time, I'm still on my computer or on my phone doing some form of work. So be prepared to do a lot more work than you think. Okay, next one is be prepared to deal with all sorts of clients. This is one of those things, again, it's not something that you realize until you experience that client and you're like, it makes you question everything. It makes you question if you even want to do this. It will make you question your ability to do makeup. Like, some clients are difficult. Some people in general are just difficult. People can be really mean. I'm very lucky in the fact that my clients now are amazing. They make me feel like $1,000,000. They make me feel like such a good artist. Like, it's amazing. But in the beginning, and I don't know why this is, it was only really in the beginning, you'll definitely have some difficult people that you feel like you cannot please, and it's gonna make you question things. It's gonna make you feel shitty about yourself. It is. It is. I'm not gonna lie. If I could think about the clients that really just piss me off, it was when I first started off doing bridal makeup. And yeah, I've never really had like a client, I've never actually had like a bride make me feel this way, but it's always like a client that's just getting their makeup done for like dinner or like an event. It's like a random client, or a mom, like a mother of the bride or groom. Those are the ones that will usually get to you. But yeah, don't let them. But yeah, just be prepared to deal with some difficult clients, and the first time around, it's gonna suck. Like, it's gonna sting, and you're gonna feel upset. You're gonna maybe feel like you want to cry, but it gets easier each time. And now I just don't let those people get to me. Like, if I happen to get a difficult person, I just say to myself in my head, like, clearly I'm not your cup of tea, and that's fine. Like, I don't have to be. I'm not going to be everyone. I'm not going to be everyone's favorite. I can't please everyone, and honestly, sometimes it's more them than it is you. Don't take it personally. Just don't don't take it personally. I promise you, like, it will be okay. And yes, you may never forget that client, but you will definitely learn from them, and you will get like tougher skin because of them. So yeah, not everyone's gonna be great, but I promise you, for every bad client that you have, you're gonna have 10 amazing ones. So it's okay. It's just, it stings when it happens, where you get someone that's really difficult, someone that you can't please. It hurts, you know, and you know, sometimes you just get people, and sometimes you just get people that are straight up rude, which I will never understand. But yeah, sometimes you just get rude people, and it's very frustrating. And yeah, so you know, just be prepared to deal with all sorts of people. If someone's giving you a hard time, you just have to smile and nod, and you know, kill them with kindness. That's always my thing, kill them with kindness. If you really feel like you need to stick up for yourself and speak up for yourself, do that, but do it professionally, do it nicely. You know, you don't want to like be a flat out bitch to someone, you know. But yeah, be prepared to deal with all sorts of people. It's normal, you know, it's just part of it, and you're not going to be everyone's favorite. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that is okay. There is nothing wrong with that. It's just, like I said, part of it. Okay, next thing is you are going to get ghosted. And I don't mean like people are just not going to show up to their appointment. I mean, that can happen. That really does not happen to me. I just mean like you're going to get a ton of inquiries that go nowhere. People are just going to stop answering. Sometimes you may go back and forth with the bride a couple times. You may be talking about the details of the wedding, and you send your pricing, and then they just stop answering. Clearly, if they stop answering after you send the pricing, you're probably not in their price range. Sometimes you literally will have people that like say, I want to book you, after they saw the pricing. You know, I love your work, please send me your contract, I want to secure my date. You send the contract, they go radio silent. That one is frustrating, because it's like, really, like, why did you waste my time? Why did you get my hopes up that I'm getting another booking and then just stop answering? Like, that I don't understand. But sometimes really contracts scare people off, which I will never understand. Like, if you are a bride, you should want a contract from your vendors. Like, it shows you that they're professional, that they're reliable, that they take their job seriously. But yeah, sometimes contracts really scare people off. But yeah, you're gonna have people that literally ghost you after they tell you they want to use you. And a lot of times it's either they found someone cheaper, which is fine. Listen, you're entitled to pay whatever you want to pay. Sometimes they maybe just found someone that they like their work better, and again, that's fine, you know. Or sometimes that family friend comes along that all of a sudden knows how to do hair and makeup, or maybe did hair and makeup in high school, and now all of a sudden they offer to do makeup for free. Or that. We all know that family friend that all of a sudden, like, brides say they're using them. That always makes me laugh. But yeah, you will get ghosted, and don't take it personal, you guys. Like, if you're going back and forth with someone and then they stop answering, I just look at it as like, clearly it was not meant to be. It's not meant to, you know, they're not meant to be my client, and that's fine. I take it as a sign from God, like, okay, it wasn't meant to be. You know, in the beginning, it's hard when it happens the first couple times, because you start to second guess your pricing. You're like, maybe I'm too high. You're probably fine. Like, your pricing is probably fine. It's just, you just so happen to get a couple people that reached out that aren't, you know, willing to spend what you charge, and that's fine. Then you're just not for them. But there are other people that will definitely be for you and will want to hire you, you know, no matter what your pricing is. So yeah, don't think too much into it, like, if people just aren't responding. And sometimes, like, I'll think someone ghosted me, and then I will get an email like 2 months later saying, oh my god, I thought I responded, or oh my god, I stopped wedding planning because my life got so crazy, like, do you still have my date open? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And yeah, so, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't have it open. So whatever. That brings me to my last point. And there are many that I could talk about, many points that I could talk about, but these were just the first couple that like came to mind, and these are the ones I feel like talking about. But you are going to get people that come for a trial and don't book you. It's okay, you guys. I know the first couple times it happens, I'm not gonna lie, like it hurts your ego a little bit, it hurts your feelings, and sometimes you get in your feelings and you start to second guess and you're like, oh my god, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? You start to nitpick your work, you start to think you didn't do a good job, and you know what? Sometimes maybe you were having an off day and you didn't do a good job. It happens. But a lot of times it's more so the client than it is you. If I'm like looking here, that's because there's a mirror here, I'm sorry. And I'm trying to see what I'm doing. But yeah, you will get people that don't book you, you guys. And you know what? In the beginning, it definitely hurts. Now I just kind of say, okay, like, you know, someone doesn't want to book me, then someone doesn't want to book me. That's their prerogative. And I have come to terms with the fact that I will not be for everyone. I will not be everyone's cup of tea. And that is okay with me. Truly. Like, it is fine with me. You know, if you don't want to hire me, that's your choice. It's your wedding. You can do what you want to do. It's frustrating when you take time and you get to know someone and then they don't hire you. Now a lot of my brides book without a trial, and they do a trial like after the contract is in and the deposit. So I don't really have to worry about that as much, but in the beginning it definitely like hurt my feelings the first couple times that happened, where like someone would come for a trial and then not book me. Some of the main reasons why someone may not be booking you is, one, they maybe are one of those brides that are going to be doing 5 different trials with 5 different artists. To be honest, I don't have time for that kind of bride, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. But yeah, I don't have time for that. Like, if you want to do 5 different trials with 5 different artists, like, and I have had brides do this in the past, okay, that's your prerogative, but I don't have time to sit around and wait for you to do 5 different trials and then come back to me and let me know if I got the job or not. Like, this isn't I'm not auditioning for you. You either want to hire me or you don't. You either like my work or you don't. If you don't, fine, keep it moving. But I don't need to feel like you're pinning me up against other artists. I've had brides literally tell me, oh yeah, I'm doing multiple trials because I want to see what's the best fit for me. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but at the same time, that is a turn off for me. I'm sorry, it just is, because in my head, I'm just thinking, if you need 5 different trials with 5 different artists, you are probably extremely picky. And I don't know if I want that. Like, I don't mind if you're a little picky, but like, if you need 5 different trials and you're willing to pay for 5 different trials, you are just being picky to be picky at that point. I feel like, you know, you should know, like, if you want to hire someone or not, like, off the bat. There's no point in getting 5 trials and examining all the pictures and like seeing, you know, oh, this eye is blended a little bit better, maybe I should go with this artist. I don't have time for that. So if your bride is not hiring you because they're doing multiple trials, then really don't take it personal, because honestly, she's probably doing you a favor if she doesn't hire you, because she's probably going to be very picky. The other thing is, sometimes they just end up finding someone else after the trial that they like more, or again, the family friend comes along, or they just don't like your work. Listen, it happens. Again, don't take it personally, as hard as it is to accept that maybe someone just doesn't like what you did on them. It may not be you. I mean, it could be you. Maybe you didn't do a good job, and that's okay. You know, we all learn. We all live and learn. But it could also just be them. I've had brides come for trials and And it's like they have no idea what they want. They don't have pictures to show me. They don't have references. They don't know how to communicate effectively, like what they actually want. And it's very frustrating because I'm just like, listen, if you can't give me any guidance, if you can't communicate what you want, then I'm just gonna have to take it into my own hands and do what I think is gonna look best. And you're either gonna like it or you're not. And if you don't, then like you need to at least be able to communicate what you want me to do differently. You know, in situations like that where I feel like someone really can't communicate what they want, like I will just ask a million questions and like narrow it down. Like, do you want eyeliner? No. Do you want to be glowy? Do you want shimmer? Do you want this? Do you want that? And like over time they're gonna see, you know, throughout the questions they're obviously gonna say yes or no, and then like by the end of it you may have a general idea what they want. But yeah, some people like literally just don't know how to communicate what they want, and in the end it makes you feel like you did a bad job, but it may just be like they just don't know how to say the kind of, or show the kind of look that they're going for. And that's not necessarily your fault, you know, as the artist. Or sometimes people just really aren't used to wearing makeup, so no matter what you put on their face, even if you did tinted moisturizer, it's gonna feel too much to them. It's gonna look too cakey to them because they're not used to seeing their face like that. And, you know, that's just, sometimes it happens. And it's like, oh my god, no matter what I do, I'm not gonna be able to please this person. Not everyone's gonna wanna hire you off the bat. And again, the first couple times it happens where someone doesn't want you, or you do a trial and you don't hear from them, it is gonna hurt your ego a little bit. But you get used to it over time, and you realize, okay, that client was for me and that client wasn't for me, and that's okay. You know, again, you don't want someone that's going to be doing 5 different trials with 5 different artists. To me, that's just silly. And if they don't want to hire you, honestly, it's probably a good thing for you. You know, and if it is because they generally just didn't like your work, then that's okay. You know, there's someone else out there that will. So it's okay. You know, as long as they don't leave like crying, then you're good. If they leave crying, I don't know. I've never had anyone leave crying, but yeah, that's basically it. Those are 5 things that I wish I knew. Again, I want to reiterate that I love what I do, and that it is such an amazing industry, and it could be such a rewarding job. I just wanted to keep it real with you guys and share these things, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't keep it real. A lot of people make this industry seem like the most luxurious and glamorous thing, and I'm like, it's actually a lot of work, and, you know, people should know what they're getting into. You know, I had to figure it out the hard way, and it sucks. So, you know, if you go into this industry with, you know, one expectation, and then all of these things like giving up weekends, dealing with bad customers, you know, people ghosting you, if all these things start to happen, it can burn you out pretty quickly. If you at least expect these things to happen and prepare yourself, you could be a little bit more, you know, prepared. And honestly, you guys, if you don't want to have to deal with some of these things, like you don't want to deal with all the behind the scenes stuff that goes on, and having to do all the emails and the timelines and the contracts, you can avoid some of these things that I talked about by just freelancing for like a bridal company rather than having your own company. If you just want to be here to do makeup and just show up and do your thing and leave, then that's the way to go. Then definitely check out like being, you know, working for a bridal company or something. I feel like that is always a good option. For me, I want to be my own boss, so having my own business has always worked better for me. Like, I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. But all these extra things come along with it. Sometimes I do think to myself, I'm like, damn, like imagine if I just worked for someone else. Like, you know, another company and I didn't have to do all this extra stuff. But yeah, anyway, let me get this eyelash on and I'll be back. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on Instagram, definitely go do that. I will have it linked down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.